Like when you're playing sports. When you're playing sports, there are teams that are rooting for one team, and there are other teams that are rooting for another team. And the most important thing for one team at the time is to win. And when they win, maybe not at the professional level when there's money involved and all this other stuff, but when you're playing basketball or you're playing soccer, or you're playing whatever, and you win, what do you actually win? What do you actually win? Like, what did you get? Anything tangible you can take back and show your mom, this is what I won? Other than a sense of accomplishment, was there anything else? No. There wasn't anything else. Somebody recently had an interesting theory about sports. I'm actually compelled by the theory. Games and sports. Why do people love games? Why do people love sports? In a game, there are certain rules. Any game has certain rules. If you become good at, using those rules, and within those rules, if you abide by them, then you will succeed. Like basketball has fundamentals. If you get good at the fundamentals, you will succeed. Then you can add your own creativity above and beyond that, right? A video game has certain fundamentals. Once you learn the basic moves, then you can advance and do more creative things and you can succeed in the game. So if you follow the rules, that you will gain points, trophies, so you can earn a number of trophies, or you can have a 100% synchronization, or you can have like this idea of if you fulfill all of these submissions and side missions, eventually you can get 100%, and then you get an extra download pack or this or that or the other. Meaning they give you a sense of accomplishment. Why are people obsessed with trophies? Are trophies worth any money on video games? Is 100% synchronization gonna make your couch more comfortable, or is anything actually going to happen to you? No. Why is it that we become so interested? It's an interesting psychology, and the psychology behind it that is offered is that in this life, and this is actually offered by non-believers, so listen to this carefully. In this life, there are no set rules. In other words, somebody works hard and they still don't win. Does that happen? And somebody doesn't work hard and they win the lottery. Does that happen? So it seems like this life is unfair, and even if you play by the rules, you won't necessarily get a trophy or points. And it doesn't feel good to work hard and not get something. So we love to turn towards a mechanism, a world in which there are set rules, and if you just abide by these rules, you will definitely get points. You expect those points to come so long as you can do exactly what the rules say. Does that work outside of a game? If you just study hard and go to school, you'll definitely get a job, you'll definitely do so well, you'll definitely have is anything definite? No. So human beings like certainty. Human beings, in our conscience, we love having certainty. So we love games because games give us what? Certainty. If I do this, I will definitely win. I will definitely be ranked higher. I will definitely have more and more and more. We hate the idea that we don't have certainty and no guarantees in this life, so we love to immerse ourselves in a world that does give us some guarantees. It does give us guarantees. Amazing, isn't it? But that's from a disbeliever's perspective. You know what's even more amazing? That from a believer's perspective, there are guarantees in this world. Everything you do will be compensated. You are getting trophies. You are getting points. You are getting a rank. Nothing is going unpaid, unrewarded. There is a point system. There is. And you're in this game of life. It is pretty amazing that the Quran says this life is nothing but a game. إِنَّمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا لَعِبٌ. Worldly life is nothing but a game. Whoa. And in a game, what do you have to do? Try to win. Earn points. In some sense, that's what we're trying to do. For a disbeliever, is there any point system? No. For us, is there a point system? Absolutely. Which means, because we understand this point system, that we have no time for, and we have not enough interest in what? Those games. Because we're involved in something which has much higher stakes. Much higher points. Subhanallah. You didn't create this without purpose. There is no way that you gave me this whole life and all of my experiences and none of them are worth anything. They're not worth any points, which is why I have to go somewhere that gives me fake points. By the way, let's take that game analogy a little further. If you ever get a video game that actually has no goals, it's a free open world. It's a free open world. You ever have that when you beat a video game? And they let you just free roam? right? You can do whatever you want. Is it as enjoyable? And you might do that for a little bit, but you know what you're going to do pretty soon? Pretty soon, what are you going to do? You're going to stop playing that game. You will lose interest. Why? There are no points anymore. There's no accomplishment anymore. There's no sense of adventure anymore. All of it's gone. So eventually, what do? You quit. You have people in this life, when they start believing this life has no purpose, there are no points, it has no meaning, guess what comes next? Suicide. They give up on their life. And even if they don't give up on their life by suicide, they live a life of sadness and depression because nothing is meaningful. Allah helped us get out of that mindset. Thoughtful person reached the conclusion, Master, you did not create this without purpose. There is a real purpose. You are above that. You are way too perfect to do something that doesn't have a purpose. Then protect us from the punishment of the fire. In other words, don't let us lose in this game of life.